And good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on News 5 at 10 on your Friday night. I'm Rob Quirk.
And I'm Elizabeth Watts. Tonight, as protests continue here and across the nation, we're speaking with our local police department about how our curfew is affecting the protests, which have stayed peaceful for the most part. And News 5's Colette Bordelon is live outside City Hall tonight. And Colette, there have been no arrests made in our area.
That's right, Elizabeth, and that's with people marching past curfew on Wednesday night. They did disperse fairly quickly on Thursday evening. But as you can see behind me, we have people out here at City Hall right now, hundreds. And right here is a memorial for Breonna Taylor. Today would have been her 27th birthday. Now, police do tell me they're grateful they haven't had to enforce that curfew and they haven't had to make any arrests. They say it was really put into place to try and keep the peace. A rainy afternoon didn't faze this crowd.
History is definitely being made.
And TYRE PRATHER is here to see it happen.
I personally feel a lot of pride from these people because it's kind of like we're one big family. To me, this is what unity looks like.
He's been coming out for days now.
We just got to all be on the same side and try to figure out a better system and how to make things work where this will never happen again.
A way to figure out that new system, talking with city leaders.
If we can get in an atmosphere and a number of people where we can have some civil discourse, I'm all for it.
Mayor John SUTHERS says he's proud of the peaceful protests in our city.
Now we got a big weekend in front of us, and we'll see how that goes, and I'll make a decision Monday morning whether to terminate the curfew or extend it into next week.
It's been great to have a message that's not being drowned out by violent acts by a few.
While Sergeant Jason Newton of the Colorado Springs Police Department says they're thankful they haven't had to enforce the curfew.
But it's not just the curfew, it's the community members who are saying, this is what we want. We don't want chaos, we don't want disorder, we want to build our community up.
And giving us a little glimpse into where his head is at right now.
When I put the badge on, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family. And when someone tarnishes it, it impacts all of us. And I want to make sure when I come to someone's house, they know that I'm there for them and to protect them. And I would lay down my life for anyone in this community. And I want people to hear that and know that every single one of my officers would do the same. And I know we're not perfect, but we're going to try.
Those protests sparking action.
For me, seeing all this happen, it's just a real wonderful feeling, and for me, I'm touched.
And a movement whose flame can't be put out. Sergeant Newton tells me that the reason Chief Niski hasn't come out and marched with protesters is because the department doesn't want to distract from the message that protesters are doing on their own, and they think that that would be more of a publicity stunt than anything. Now, we will be following this group of protesters tonight to see what happens. We are, of course, a few minutes past that curfew. Stick with us online to see those updates. Always watching out for you, Colorado Springs. Colette Bordelon, News 5.
Great.